How you doing? I'm Kevin O'Hara for Alcohol Mastery. This is Stop Drinking Alcohol 64. On the site this week I put a link to the progress chart. It's in the sidebar on the right hand side. If you left click it and it'll open up the full size image, and if you want to download that you can just right click it and choose to either open or you can save the link as, save it wherever you want on your computer. You can also, if you've got a more modern Windows, you can drag and drop, and I think you can do the same thing on the Mac. So this week I wanted to add another section to the site, another category, and that's no excuses. You know, the idea is to have a section of videos about just all the excuses that we tend to make, not only when we're trying to stop drinking, but excuses that we make in just our everyday lives. You know, I'm in a constant battle with this myself. You know, it's trying to listen to what's going on inside the old grey matter and catch myself before I start acting out on the excuses, you know, or as most excuses go, doing nothing or doing something that's easier. So the idea is really to do 1 or 2 videos a week, depending on how much time I've got, an excuse. And it's not going to happen overnight, but it's just something that will be there, and hopefully it will become sort of a vital part of the site where people can come and just check out if that's an excuse that they're making, or if people have made those same excuses before. You know, people make all sorts of excuses all the time, especially when it comes to letting go of something that we know is damaging to us, but something that we want to keep. And it's basically rationalizing past ourselves because we don't want to put up with the discomfort, or we don't want to give up something that we feel is a crutch that is helping us. You know, I've gone through so many different excuses, it's unbelievable. Some of my favourite ones were, it's in my culture, it's part of my culture to drink. I really don't want to quit drinking because I like drinking. Or, you know, it's something that my family have always done and I don't see anything wrong with it. You know, other excuses that I've made include, where's the harm in it? You know, a few pints, where's the harm? I'm too stressed out to quit at the moment, you know, I really can't deal with that kind of thing in my life, or I don't have the time to quit. And there's so many more that I've used myself and that I hear all the time. You know, if you keep using the same excuses over and over and over again, they will eventually become a truth for you. You'll start to believe them, and they'll start to become a reality. And the sad part of this is that they really do stop you from doing some of the best things that you could be doing in your life. Excuses just make sure that you take the shortcut every time, that you follow the path of least resistance, that you go for immediate gratification instead of going at it for the long haul. And the problem is that when you try to take easy short-term gain, you're always looking at long-term hard pain. So what can you do about it? Well, the first thing is just to face the facts that they are just excuses, and that making excuses can become a habit. And, you know, a lot of the time it is just a bad habit, and when it's a bad habit, it means that there's something you can do about it, you know. But like any bad habit, change is going to take some time. It's not going to happen overnight. It's not going to happen instantly. So the first thing that you need to do is to become aware of your actions. Once you become aware that you're making an excuse, you're able to spot them a lot quicker. Once you can spot them, then you can adjust your thinking and your behaviour and your actions. You know, any significant behaviour change happens in small adjustments. And once you're aware of things, you're able to spot the excuses before they have time to take hold and cut them off, before they can do any damage. And another thing that you can do is you can think about the amounts of people that have been in your position, people that have wanted to quit drinking before, and some of the same people that have had the same excuses as you. I'm too tired, I'm too stressed, I don't think I can handle this, and yet they've still sort of managed to get through, and they've managed to quit drinking despite the excuses. So hopefully this new part of the website will provide you with the boost up the arse that you might need to get past the excuses and to move on with your journey and with your life without alcohol. And hopefully this will help me both in making the videos and in sort of researching them to overcome some of my most plaguing excuses, such as I don't have the time to do this, I haven't got the time, there's not enough hours in the day, or procrastination, putting things off when I should be doing them now. So if you take action to avoid your excuses, you'll take the short-term, harder route now, but the easier route in the long term.
I don't know what happened to the video there. The end of it was sort of ruined. There was no picture, no sound or anything. So what I wanted to say was just to keep thinking about what you're thinking. Just keep thinking and waiting, looking for the telltale signs that an excuse is on its way. Eventually you'll start hearing sort of an excuse alert going off. You'll start to notice that that you're actually making an excuse, and once you get to that stage, then you can deal with it. Think about the people who have quit drinking before you. People who've had all the same excuses that you do, have that particular excuse that you're thinking about now, and they've still managed to stop drinking. So if you keep those two things in mind, I think they'll both help you to overcome the temptation, especially to use excuses. Until next time, I'm Kevin O'Hara for Alcohol Mastery. Onwards and upwards.